So first, thank you for the honor. My name is Frederica Perkins Modad. I'm into business. I'm an entrepreneur. And currently I am the COO for MI Group, comprising of the Bella Casa Hotel, the Atlantic Food Company, and I also own the Place Salon. So just to summarize my journey, first of all, I'm from a very humble background, and my journey started back as far back as I would say in college, because I gained my own independence. And at that time, I saw the need for staying focused, especially with my education. So it was a challenging period at the time. I remember at the time I used to sell water in freezer. I arranged my schedule in a way that I would sell water from the morning to 11. At that time, they were tying the water in a plastic bag. So I had about 11 freezers. I make sure I sell everything to be able to go to classes. And that business was able to help me. I was also living on the Oro at the time. I had to provide electricity because I needed a bigger generator to continue the water business. So I started providing current in the community with people. And that's how my journey started. After that, I opened an internet cafe opposite GW Gibson School at the time. And it was able to help me for my beginning. And seeing the need for helping women, that came into mind because I saw what I went through and everything. So my time in college, we had some of our friends that was dropping out of school because they couldn't continue college. So a few friends and I decided to open a little foundation. So we opened this organization called Paramount Young Women Initiative, and we're able to provide scholarships. We're able to do mentoring for young girls, and that's how it began all through. From that, I gained passion to help women and children. So since then, my journey began. Business-wise, is very, very challenging because most often people think that we women, we are not serious-minded. We got interests, we determined to do business, but we can't. But I say my challenge was to keep moving on, regardless of what the business was at the time, was never to give up. Because I remember back in 2007, when we started the hotel opened in 2007, Bella Casa Hotel. And I remember the early beginning of our opening. We had nowhere to get staff from. There was no funding. There was nothing there. And my husband and I remember I was the waitress. He was the chef for the first 2 to 3 months of opening of Bella Casa Hotel. So I would wake up early morning, get the place clean, set the restaurant. We had the first 6 guests that came in. So we managed that for like 3 months. The funds we received from there were able to hire, 1 or 2 people as backup. So since then, and we started the hotel with 6 bedrooms. Today we have 50 bedrooms. We have restaurant space. We have conference room, everything available. So my journey never really stopped, because even now, I'm still looking for other business opportunities. I'm still looking for ways to learn more, because my thing is I'm not going to give up. I had to motivate myself. I had to stay focused. I had to remember my goals, my vision, because I knew where I wanted to see myself and I knew where I wanted to be. And that been carrying me for a long period of time. So I'm not the kind of person who's into a lot of activities. My entire work I have to do is business work. So if you're friendly with me, we got to do business or we got to work. So I don't have free time. I use my time to put it into my work. Prestige, I would consider prestige first as an honor, as something respectable, being independent, being hopeful, because when you put yourself in that circle, it becomes prestigious. So I would say prestige is just how humble, determined, and visionary you are. Well, I hope it will, because for me, I'm an ardent advocate for women and girls. Although not everybody ain't no showcase what they do, but I would say I work from behind the scene. I interact, I deal with a lot of women and girls, support a lot of street sellers along the street. And I can bet you myself go in town, my name ring in every market hall, all on the streets. There's small business people, plastic bag sellers, all of them know me by name. So I just want to encourage them. I want to motivate them that whatever business you start with, once you determine, it's going to change. From a plastic bag seller, you become a table market seller. You will change to a shop seller. So you just have to be determined. You have to be honest in every business you do. If you want to grow, you have to keep the honesty. You have to keep the customer service. These are the things that will keep you going. So never give up. As I said, one of the things that I do to help young women is that I encourage them around. I provide a lot of internship. Almost every letter that come to Better Casa or come to Bliss Saloon or any other company that we own, I encourage them. Do the internship. Even after your internship, you want to still be there to learn, because I went through it. I know my challenges, and I went through. So helping another person, I think that's what makes me happy. I feel very proud to see that somebody that passed through our institution coming to be some professional person at the end of the day. So I'm open to every young women, even young men that need mentoring, that need guidance, especially on the business side. I'm open, feel free. You can reach out to me, and whatever way I can help, I will.